gonna go and put a jet black color on my hair. What color do they come out?
Brown.
Today they may look, you might see like a dark brown, right? You may see a medium brown or dark brown. It might be black, but it's gonna start rinsing out. Does everybody understand why it's gonna rinse out really fast? Because that cuticle is so penetrated, it's so broken. And anything you put in is gonna happen. What happens?
So I'm gonna go in.
It's just gonna wash right back out.
Yeah.
Now what color do you see? Black has what color in it? Let's look at the color.
Blue.
Black has blue in it. And their hair is yellow.
So that black is gonna rinse out to a like a blue.
Not quite a blue. If I put blue on yellow, what color do I get? Green. Y'all see why the hair turns green? Not just because it's damaged, but now I tried to correct it and I tried to go on top of it. So what you have to do, the same way I went up the scale, I gotta come right back down the scale. So what I do first, and this is a little bit more advanced, so I won't talk about formulas with you guys, but what you have to do is you have to put back
Some red.
Yeah, you have to put orange in first. Y'all see that? You have to put the orange in first and then your reds. So it depends on where you want to be at. If I'm at a 12 or I'm at 11 and I'm platinum and I decide, hey, I actually want to go back to a level 5 or 6, well, then I got to put my missing pigments back in. That's what a filler is called. There you go.
So
That's what your filler is
how
called.
long does that? If you're platinum and you want to be down here, how long does each step take?
20 minutes. You're gonna apply.
I mean,
the
you can
product.
get down to here in one day.
Yes, you can feel it
In a healthy way.
Yeah, you can feel it. So it's called a filler. So you're missing, it's like potholes. You're missing something, right? So picture like a basket, like a clothes basket. If I don't have it, I need to fill it up before I can get to where I'm trying to get to.
Yeah.
Okay? So, yeah.
So if you're seeing the cuticles is damaged, it's gonna stay in, it's just gonna roll out.
Yeah.
And then play it.
100%, no. You gotta cut it. Same thing. Same thing I told you
not
last
virgin
week
hair
about
anymore,
relaxers,
right?
permanent waves. Once it's gone, it's gone.
It's not a virgin
But you can babysit it and start letting the hair grow out. What happens when you see people like that, they'll put like a beautiful red onto the hair. And then 2 weeks later, now the hair is pink. Because it washed out. Then they go and they do it again, and the hair washes out. They do it again. And as the hair, the new growth is growing out, they're just cutting a little bit off at the time. But what you're looking at also is you're taking, you can go in and put your orange in there, let it sit on for 20 minutes. I'm going to do like that. It's not going to say orange. I'm not going to put this orange on. I'm going to come over to my permanents that have some type of like blondes or so, or like a 7 gold. Y'all see where it lives at? Like a 7 orange or 7 gold color. I'll put that onto the hair. I'll let it sit for 20 minutes. I'm sorry if y'all can't hear me. I'm trying. I'll let it sit for about a good 20 minutes, and then I'll rinse it off. Then I go and I put the desired color on. Does that make sense? If the hair is extremely damaged, I'll put the 7 gold on or the 6 red orange on. I'll put that onto the hair. Let it sit for 20 minutes. Do not rinse it out. Then I'll go and put like a jet black or a number 4, whatever color I'm trying to do. And then I'll take that, mix it up, and then I'll put it on top of what's already sitting there. Are y'all with me? And now that darker color is always going to take over. Remember, blue's a bullet. That darker color is always going to take over what you have. But you cannot go and just put the darker color when I got all these missing pigments. You're here, and you just want to put here. No, what about this? You can't miss this step. Because that step wasn't missed when you went to blonde. Make sense? Am I going too fast? Okay, cool. All right. Let's talk about classifications of hair color real quick. You have temporary color. Temporary color spray paint. Right? We do this all the time. Enhancements. So, thank you. I'm going to go here for a second. So, if you see right in here, your large molecules on temporary colors, they sit on the outside of the cuticle. They do not penetrate whatsoever. Once you shampoo it, it's done. It's gone off, and if you look on this side, this is what I have. This is like a mousse that you put onto the hair. And most older ladies do it because they can't color the hair, so they stain the braid. They shampoo their hair, and then after they shampoo it, then they put this on, and they do a roller set, or they blow dry and flat iron it the way they want it. But it's stained. Same thing here. If right now Jalen says, hey, Tasha, I want like a lavender purple to my hair, so I'm going to take this. It's like a little paste. I'm going to take it, and I'm going to put it on. Most people do it for like Halloween. Kids do it for like mohawks and stuff, whatever. But I'm going to take it, and I'll put it all over his hair. Right? And then eventually I dry it, or however, if I retwist it, whatever I do, I dry the hair the way I want it to be. If I wanted face hair right now, I could just go in my hair color right now and just put like a red paste. And then when it dries, Like my finger combing is going like naturally going. If I decide to blow dry it into it, however I do it, it's going to look like that. Then when I'm done, I shampoo it, it's rinsed out, just like that. Does that make sense? That's how.
Some color wax. I don't know where it's at, but it was
Some color wax around there. There we go. So y'all understand that, right? Large molecules. It coats the cuticle, rinses out each shampoo. The large physical change. Remember last week we were talking about physical versus chemical change. The pH balance is 2.5 to 4.5. Extremely healthy. It's not going to damage you whatsoever. No oxidizing agent. I don't need anything to bust open the cuticle for me to get inside. It's a color rinse, enhancing shampoos, crayons, vivid colors, enhancements, hairsprays, mousses, and gels. Super simple. Everybody got it? That's a temporary color.
So if I wanted to dye my hair black, just see what it looked like, and then it would wash out.
Spray it. Yep, just like that.
Okay.
It's just a simple spray. No different from when everybody's doing like their edge up spray.
Yeah, right.
It's no different. You just spray that onto the actual hair.
Right.
And most of the time, I did it on Tuesday. I did the edge up for the guy, but he's also missing right here. He's kind of scarce here. It's not real bad. But no matter how sharp I get it, if I want to push him back, I push him back. I don't necessarily want to push him back, so I just make the edge up to fill it up. Then right in here where he's got scalp on, then I just go scalp on. Where you can see the scalp, I cut the hair as close as possible, like wavelength, and then I spray in to feel like the raw spot.
And that only lasts a day, that day.
Well, there's hairsprays like Got to Be Blue or spritz that you can put down onto the hair. Then I go and I spray it, and it causes it to hold and stay in the scalp longer. So even when you shampoo, these particular sprays are supposed to stay a little longer on the hair, but it's not going to stay long. But you also don't want to go outside and get rained on and it's
Right.
dripping down.
As long as you don't wash your head,
Right.
it'll last several days.
Right, and it should be on your pillow, you know.
Right.
Depends on what. Some of the older ones, the reason why I never like to do them because no matter if you start sweating at the gym, you're gonna see it. In the tears. There was a senator, Donald, I think he was a senator or a lawyer or something for Trump, and a couple of years ago he put. Who was Giuliani?
Oh yeah, he was sweating.
Yeah.
He was sweating.
Yeah.
He was sweating at a like a press conference or something like, well not press, but you know what I mean, like at some type of. Say it again. Oh man, that's really terrible. And all of a sudden you start seeing brown just coming down. I stopped. I was like, y'all know what this does for me? This is taking my money up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because now I can do color that's more permanent or semi-permanent. You guys see Marlon using the Beijing on the beards up front? That's your Beijing. We're going into our semi and our demi-permanent. Right? It's going to stain the scalp. Captain America, y'all, wears demi-permanents. Ain't they crazy?
Yeah.
Captain America. When I saw Avengers the last time, well, I don't know, that was another time. Captain America. Anyway, his scalp is not red.
Yeah.
His hair is red. DJ Khaled. Your scalp not black? DJ Khaled is so bald. But they sprayed the scalp. They some of them look extra shiny. It's like super wax. You know what I'm saying? Alright, so semi-permanent, they're no lift, they're deposit only. So they're lesser molecular weight, but they're allowed to they open the cuticle just a little bit more. Alright, penetrate the hair shaft and stain the cuticle only. Leaves the hair each shampoo and fades easily. So you're looking at about 6 to 8 shampoos. Every time I shampoo, that's what I have on my hair right now, semi. Every time I shampoo, I know it's going to rinse. Okay? Eventually, y'all will see all my hair again. All right, small chemical change, but it's a large physical change. Cortex swells and allows it to penetrate the cuticle, penetrates into the cuticle. So on the inside, you can feel it trying to swell, but it don't do a lot. It's not even getting inside of it. Can y'all see that? It opened the cuticle. It can sit in the cuticle, but it doesn't even get inside the cuticle to touch the cortex. All right, what are we doing? Self-penetration. There's no ammonia to it. It's a direct dye. You just put it right home. This purple here, semi-permanent. You'll see this? I do this on my dread girl. Kind of how that one is, but it doesn't just shampoo as soon as it doesn't rinse out completely. It rinse out after like a few times. Same thing this one. This is what I use on mine. They have like a gray bottle for like gray coverage or so. So that's what I'm looking at. And a lot of our direct dyes, orange, you don't need an oxidizing agent. If you want orange, if you want purple, you'll see people lighten their hair first to get that vivid color. They'll bleach it out first. And if you want it purple right now, you can get purple by putting just this on. Right? Just mixing it in orange, yellow, green. That's what you're looking at over here. Lavender. See what I'm saying? All right, that's how you get those particular colors. Like the perfect Barbie pink look, that's what you're looking at. All right. Am I losing anyone? Is it making sense? Okay. In order for you to see those colors, those vivid colors, you must lighten first. Unless you're like, actually I was gonna say unless you have natural blonde hair. Hey, how are you? Yeah. But if let's say I'm working with Seth's hair, even with Seth's hair, or if I was gonna say Diffie does have like dark blonde hair. But if you're working with a natural blonde, like blonde hair, blue-eyed person, right, and you put that direct dye on, it doesn't stay. Anybody know why? Because the cuticle's not open. The cuticle's closed. It stains it, but it's not going to last you long. It's not going to look very vivid.
Because it's their natural color and the cuticle is just normal.
Yes. You got the natural color, the outside, right? You got that, and this sitting on the inside of the cuticle. You want to kind of raise the cuticle a little bit to kind of remove some of the old stuff.
What would you do, bleach?
To put it inside. You could bleach it. I would like this too. I would soften it. You don't have to do a light, you don't have to do a crazy high volume. You can do a simple volume onto the hair. You can do a simple volume onto it. Like a 10 volume, a low volume.
You can't swell the cuticle without lightening the color then?
You can swell it with using, yes. Yes, the answer is yes. You could do a pre-softener with just developer onto the hair. That's just an oxidizing agent. There's no color going inside. You could do that. You can even do it with the direct dye semi-permanent, right? You can mix a little bit at the opening and deposit at the same time. You can do that too. But if most people do, I'm trying not to get ahead of myself. The next thing I'm about to do is show y'all what developers do. If you do it with color, most of the time when we do a developer, if you're under 40 volume, you just want to use color. Right now, if Lupita says that she wanted her hair to be a level of 5, right? She wants to be the same color that Joe is. What level do you think Lupita started at? On the color chart. Maybe a 2, right? It's hard to say 1 with me, because we really jet black, right? But unless she said, let's see, I put a number 1 on her hair. What color your hair? All natural? Alright, beautiful. But if she wanted to raise it to Joey's level, like a copper color, where do you think you would take? Like, how many levels is she trying to go? Let's just do this real quick. Let's do that. She's trying to go 4 or 5 levels. Anytime I'm dealing with 4 levels, because I have 40 volume, right, safely, if I'm going no more than 4 levels, I'm going to do 40 volume.
The go?
Alright? So that's, and then when I do that, because this is a no lift here, I know I'm going to have to do a permanent color. Alright? So let's look at this. Semi-permanent. Semi-permanent colors. Semi-permanent, sorry, hold on.
I got good news for you.
Semi-permanent, there's still no ammonia.
Oh, I was here listening to you.
Semi-permanents are still gentle on the hair. You still have to do a patch predisposition test, and the pH is 7.0 to 9.0. That's still pretty safe, depending on what I'm doing. I usually try to say just 7.0. It's just a direct dye. The only reason why you can get to a 9.0 because now you're starting to try to add like if you want to try to add something that makes it feel more like a semi-permanent. Okay? But it's still safe on the hair. Cover blends only 25% of her hair. Not a whole lot. I just want to stain my gray hair. That's what I'm doing. I don't want to permanently keep covering my gray hair. Then it enhances and deepens color tones and non-oxidative agents. Alright, you guys can still hear me? Alright, am I blowing your brain out?
Kind of.
I'm lightening your brain?
No, I think you said if you're blowing my brain up.
Oh, am I blowing your brain?
No.
Oh, okay. So, temporary and semi-permanent are no deposit. No lift. Thank you. No lift. They are deposit only, okay? Well, let's look at this. Semi-permanents are also no lift, deposit only. But there is a possibility that I can get a tiny bit of lift with a demi-permanent because I'm still using a softening agent to open the cuticle, and that still can change it. Just a tiny bit. So let's look at this. It requires an oxidized agent. These don't. You don't need to use, these are direct dyes. You just apply it on. These do require something to bust the cuticle open. So I can get not just inside of my cuticle, see how you raise the cuticle? But you see those molecules now are touching the cortex. So once I get it inside the cuticle, it's sitting on the cortex, so it's gonna stay longer. So this 6 to 8 shampoos, now I'm dealing with like 8 to 12 shampoos, depending on how often I'm shampooing my hair. Does that make sense? My cuticle's open, I penetrated the cuticle, I got inside, but I wasn't strong enough, and my molecules wasn't strong enough to get it all the way inside the cortex. But it lifted my cuticle a little bit so I can sit on the inside. Now, it darkens natural color when applied. If you're putting this on, don't expect to be like, oh, well, Lupita says, Miss Yasha, I'm a level 2 or 3. And I decide I want to be a level 5 today. I'm only going 2 to 3 levels lighter or 4 levels lighter. So I'm going to put this on there. She's not going to get nowhere. All you doing, anybody like to color? Let's say you have pink. And if I have pink on the hair and I decide right now, I'm just going to put black on top of it. What color do you see? Pink or black?
Black.
You see black. Does that make sense? All you're doing is deepening. If I have red and I decide to put blue on it, I see violet, right? You see how it just got darker? Right? I didn't do anything different to it. I took the red and just made it darker. So whatever I decide to put on her hair, even if it's lighter, all I'm doing is adding on top of what she already has with the Dim My Permanent. Everybody get that?
Yeah.
That's it.
Penetrate the cortex.
It's penetrating because I didn't penetrate the cortex.
No, I know, but you have to.
I gotta penetrate the cortex. Because cortex already has natural existing pigments that God gave me. I didn't pull that out first. Now, I'm blending 50% of gray hair, I refresh and faded permanent color. So if I color my hair right now, and I wanna go back in and I wanna retouch my new growth, and I want it to be permanent, I'm gonna use permanent color. But on the ends, do I need to use permanent color again? It's already light, right? No, I don't need to do that. I do need to do a semi-permanent or semi-permanent to refresh what I already have. Make sense? Because if I put a permanent color but it's really strong, but it contains ammonia. And all it's doing is damaging my hair more so. I don't need that. If I'm just trying to darken or I'm just trying to refresh the color that I already have. So for your hair with a toner, that's why people always do semi-permanent for toners. I lighten you. And maybe I got to an orange, so I'm gonna go across the color wheel and I'm gonna use a blue base, dim my permanent to deposit it. Because I still need it to get inside the cuticle to do what it needs to do. Now permanent color is the last one. That's the 4th classification of color. It lifts and deposits up to 4 levels. Everybody got that? How many levels?
4.
Up to 4 levels. If I want to go past 4, yeah. So I'd like to say, okay, if I want to go past 4 levels, what do y'all think I'm doing? What do you think? I got to lighten, what do I use to lighten? Bleach. To answer your question, if I want to go 4 levels, Lupita wants to be a level 6, 7. Now she wants to be like the level that I'm at, but she's at a level 2. How many levels to get her to a level 7? 7 take away 5, 7 take away 2 equals 5, right? So she's got to go 5 levels lighter. She can't do 40 volume anymore, because 40 volume is only going to take her to a level 6. Everybody understand that?
Yeah.
Cool. If I'm moving up the color chart, sorry, if I'm moving up the color chart, right here, see where she's at? She's at a level 2, and she's trying to get to a level 7.
50 dollars.
Yeah, Mexico does. Oh, Mexico has 50 volume. Canada has 100. Right? You're on 10 levels right. But we're not doing that. I want to just go from a level 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want to get to 5 levels lighter. So now what I'm going to do is, if she wants highlights, I can do highlights. And I can use lightener in the hair. I usually start at a 20 volume or so. I can use lightener in the hair. Or I can decide to do, I can decide that she wants all of it to be like completely all over. No highlights, no nothing. I want literally a level 7, like that Queen Latifah L'Oreal brown. If she wanted that, then I will have to go in and I will have to lighten every single strand in her hair. This is the reason why we keep telling you guys when y'all doing color retouch on the 3-way. This is the reason why we keep saying, let me see you do a 3-way, because we want to know that you guys understand properly how to apply color onto the hair. Front and back, flip it over. Does that make sense? You gotta know how to apply it. If you don't, you're gonna mess somebody's hair up by putting too much hair. You put a line here, now this is still black. What's wrong with that picture? That's why it's important. We're not just saying just go give me a freebie. We're saying we want to know that you understand how to properly apply. So you can put it all over, lighten all of the entire hair. Permanent color lifts and deposits because it contains ammonia in the hair. pH balance at about 9.0 to 10.5. Then I'm dealing with smaller molecular weight to penetrate the cortex. You still have to do a patch test because it has aniline derivatives or like chemicals, and it can still burn your scalp. Right? You can still be allergic to it. Higher volume, 10 to 40 volume. It grows and it oxidizes. This is what happens, y'all. Y'all see this? See how big this is? This didn't get in all the way inside because the molecular weight is too heavy. But ammonia, permanent colors have tiny little pieces on it, right? It's like tiny little molecules on it. That's the reason why we say don't use box dyes. Because box dyes also contain metals in the hair. Right? Like little metallics.
You mean like the cheap stuff?
The cheap stuff from the drugstore. Yep, Walmart, H-E-B, even Sally's, believe it or not. Sally's is probably better than the other ones, but Sally's, because they're still open to the public. But there's still tiny pieces in it, and it contains metallics in it. So you don't just have this tiny particles, you also have metals that's going on. What happens is once you open the cuticle, you penetrate it, you allow it to get inside. And once it's inside, it's actually, it kind of grows and swells as it's sitting in there. You got about 10, 15 minutes when you start seeing it. And then it grows and swells on the inside of the cortex. Now it's trapped. It's not as small as when it went in. Does that make sense? And you pass a developer that opened the cuticle to allow this to go in. But it's not the same way. That's why color doesn't look color. Right? If I had a lady that came into the shop one time, came to the school I used to work at, and she said she had to go out of town. She lied to me and said she'd never put color on her hair. And she put like a jet black color. She didn't try to, she tried to put a 4. But it was a box color. And it went too deep, too dark. Because all you did was sit it on top, right? Well, she wanted to come in and it looked scalp to ends, and I thought it was natural. And I kept asking her, have you ever had color before? She said, no, it's been natural a long time. And she lied. She just did it 2 days before. Just did it. Well, we tried to put another color on her hair to take her to like a brown, like a medium brown color, and she wanted that before she went out of town. But I gotta get on the plane like tomorrow, ma'am. I can help you. If you wouldn't have lied to me, we would have just did highlights, or we would have did a soap cap to snatch out the old color. Because now I gotta go in and take this off. What your natural color pigment is, I gotta take this stuff out first, and then put back the new color that you want. Because now this is trapped inside the cortex. All I'm doing now with another color is putting it back in. But color will lift color. Bleach will lift color. When you have somebody that says, I want to be a level 7, 8, but I'm a 1, and I say, okay, well, we have to use lightener on your hair. What do you mean? Yeah, that's fine. Just give me there. So, by lightener, I just want to clarify. I have to use bleach. Oh, no, I don't want bleach on my hair. That's too damaging. You don't want to be a level 7. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's no other way that you can do this. Pass 4 levels lighter than what your natural is. Or if you came in with previous color already, you cannot get a lighter color without bleaching it out first. You have to bleach it out first. All right. One thing I need to do first is show you guys before I move on, because this is a lot of information. But I need to show y'all what developer does. So everybody come on around. The table.
Man, she put you to work.
I know.
Jeez.
It's cool. That was
I'm
great.
not going to talk for like 3 days.
Go ahead.
10, 20, 30, 40 volumes. I'm going to allow you guys to, I'm going to need some help with this. And then somebody can record and put it on Telegram after we finish this.